We are Investigation 204, an international, independent investigation group. Our goal is not just to record facts. We expose collusion, official sabotage, and corrupt schemes that bureaucrats hide behind the digital shields of European justice. We are here to tear off the masks and show exactly where billions from the pockets of ordinary taxpayers disappear. Today, we look at the man who promised to save Sweden, the self-proclaimed Bröderna Lejonhjärta of modern politics, Ulf Kristersson and Jimmy Kesson. They promised law, order, and financial integrity. But for ordinary citizens, their new order resulted in nothing but empty pockets. They campaigned like noble knights, straight out of a children's fairy tale. Before the election, they promised every citizen absolute honesty, justice, and order. Let's remember what these heroes swore to deliver. They swore to restore law, order, and absolute financial integrity. They promised to protect every Swedish taxpayer. Let's look at what these promises were actually worth. Jimmy Kesson built his entire career on a single slogan: law and order. He presented himself as the ultimate fighter against corruption and political lies. But behind the patriotic banners, a completely different game was being prepared. But as it turned out, in modern Swedish politics, these exact slogans are what sells for the highest price. The political leadership simply turned the principles of law and order into an effective tool in their struggle for power. While the coalition leaders traded beautiful promises on screen, their party apparatuses prepared for the distribution of state resources and budget seats. The glossy facade of gentlemen concealed nothing but ordinary behind-the-scenes calculation. These are the brave guys who came to power in Sweden. The beautiful fairy tale for the voters is officially over. It's time to return to reality and see exactly how these heroes began their new order. Lying to ordinary voters is just a hobby and a norm for them. But on April 29, 2026, they crossed the red line. They fouled their own house. They shamelessly cheated their own colleagues right inside the Riksdag, breaking a centuries-old gentleman's agreement just to push their laws by a single vote. But maybe all of this was necessary. Maybe this political trickery was done to fulfill their grand promises and improve the Swedish economy. Let's do the math. Let's look at where your taxes actually go. The top management of the border police and migration offices receive huge salaries. They drive expensive official cars, using state-funded maintenance and fuel. They enjoy heated luxury offices and government phones. And on top of that, the state system continues to sponsor pocket attorneys like Mark Safarian. For this successful lawyer, the free defense of ordinary people has become nothing more than a soulless conveyor belt, where he absolutely does not care about providing real help to his clients. Let's do the math. Sweden's National Debt Office has recorded a catastrophic central government budget deficit, which has exploded to a staggering 196 billion kronas. State spending outpaces income by 172 billion, and while the treasury empties out, the top management of the border police and migration offices receive huge salaries, driving official cars with fuel paid entirely from your pockets. According to Sweden's own National Council BRIC, violent crimes against individuals remain frozen at a staggering 20%. 1 in 5 Swedish citizens becomes a victim every single year. Look at their own official chart for reported crimes. Under this regime, offenses against individuals remain sky-high, forcing over 2,000 cases per 100,000 citizens. Their promises are completely hollow. Where does the money for this official luxury come from? While Sweden's national debt shatters records, surpassing 1 trillion kronas, they openly violate every single law. They blow 50,000 euros of taxpayers' money on private luxury jets just to fly ordinary carpenters around, completely trashing state regulations. They are partying on massive state credits today, and it is your children who will be forced to pay the price tomorrow. Illegal deportations without protocols, millions to pocket attorneys, and 50,000 euro private jets. This is the real face of their law and order facade. But Investigation 204 will not stop. We have forced the Chancellor of Justice and the Parliamentary Ombudsman to open official cases. The clock is ticking for this regime. Subscribe and follow the investigation. The truth will prevail.